Hello and a very warm welcome. This is Pragya live from ETEducation Annual Education Summit 2026, and currently I am joined by Dr. C. Raj Kumar from OP Jindal University. Hi, sir. How are you?
Hello, how are you? Very good. Very good to be here.
So, welcome to the summit. My first question to you is, what according to you is like, are we preparing students, universities preparing students for job or for lifetime reinvention?
Well, absolutely. I think one of the remarkable stories of Indian higher education is that we had in 1947 when we got independence, we had barely 20 universities, and our higher education sector was very limited to a privileged few. But the democratization of education is seen today, where we have more than 45 million students in our higher education sector, more than 1,000 universities, almost 50,000 plus colleges. The gross enrollment ratio has reached up to nearly 30%. All this means that we are focused a lot on providing opportunities for higher education. Of course, the next transition that we need to see, at least for the next 2 decades, in our aspiration to be a Viksit Bharat, is that we need to focus on quality. We need to focus on excellence. We need to focus on empowering our students to be able to become job ready with new skills. We also need to address the challenge of how technology is going to impact, including AI, on the job sector. So, to what extent we can bring in innovation, entrepreneurship, and skills development and creativity, and also maybe even critical thinking capacities for our students so that they are better prepared to face the new challenges that the world is going to have on account of AI and technology.
Very well said, sir. So, next question to you is, what do you think? Like, is skill education being promoted in India in colleges right now, or is it just traditional, education?
So I think there are skills education is a very broad term. There are two aspects of it. One is that how do we prepare in the higher education sector itself different forms of skills that can help them to become, working professionals, help them to become better job ready for the jobs that are available or the jobs that are going to emerge in the future. But there is another aspect of skills development which I think we should also talk, which is about vocational training. What in many parts of the Western world have been led by community colleges. There is a huge skills deficit there. If you look at India, for example, it's anybody's guess that we need better carpenters, we need better plumbers, we need better electricians, we need better individuals across the vocational sector. And that skills development also creates opportunity for jobs as well. In the US in particular, what they have done is that they have created opportunities for community colleges to lead the skills development. And then, among the people who have completed that, some of them may choose to enter into higher education if they want to, or they can stop their aspirations for higher education but enter into the workforce as well. We have not yet we have not yet upgraded and upskilled the quality of our institutions so that they can also participate in the wider ecosystem of both higher education as well as skills development.
Very well said, sir. My last question to you is, what, according to you, do you think that policy changes are required in the education sector from the government?
I think the most important thing is we need to talk and bring higher education to the center stage of policy level conversation. It is also quite extraordinary and remarkable that the Economic Times has chosen to host the annual summit in this manner. These things create a public conversation surrounding higher education. We need to ensure that education is taken far more seriously in the wider public discourse and the policy discourse, as well as it should acquire or rather receive more resources. The national education policy is a phenomenally positive step in the right direction, but we still have a long way to go, to implement the policy, but most importantly, to ensure that we are putting in actual resources, including a higher level of GDP contribution towards higher education. Both these things are so critical as we speak. I strongly believe that given the demographic situation that we have in India, with a billion plus people less than 35 years of age, it's important we take higher education seriously. We provide opportunities for our students to receive high quality education. We provide them with skills so that they are able to prepare for the jobs that they come. But we cannot stop there. We also need to develop the ecosystem where economic development leads to job creation so that not just government but also industry and private sector contributes towards the creation of jobs. We also need to develop a much stronger entrepreneurial sector where our students are able to create jobs, are able to participate in the innovation economy so that there are new jobs created and they are able to provide leadership in there as well. We have a big agenda to fulfill. I also believe that Viksit Bharat as a vision that India should achieve the status of a developed country in 2047 can only be achieved if we take education far more seriously than what we have done before.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights. And stay tuned to ET Education for more updates.